Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen. It's time for us to take on Porkyus, the leader of the merfolk people in this area. Sadly, we're gonna have to fight her. Why are you trying to stop us? What did King Gran ever do for us? We've been hunted by humans until now. But Endor has promised us a world where we will be safe. I can't allow you to stand in the way of that world. Yeah, sadly we have to fight her. There's no way to convince her. There's no special dialogue with any characters. And there's no way we can get her to join our forces. So, if we only were able to somehow convince her that what that one town's folks said, that the Emperor's just using the Mer people as pawns against the rebellion. So, we know that Endor's heart is black, that she dabbled in black magic and became evil, and she don't really care about the merfolk. But I guess when the people have done so many bad things to you, you know, you'll grab any, you know, and you're, I guess in a sea of despair, you'll grab anything you can hold on to help you float and survive. But she's surviving now because we keep missing, so we'll just use another one of our tarot cards, the Emperor card. It gives us all an extra attack in battle. So we're gonna have to use up a bunch of tarot cards anyway because we have a full deck, and we're gonna pick up a few more tarot cards when we come back to this area and liberate those cities and temples that we skipped over. So yeah, unfortunately we had to take care of Porkyus. Hopefully the next leader of the mermaids, merfolk, will be a little bit more receptive to peace, and that the humans also see the error of their ways and stop mistreating the ocean and the merfolk. So, like I said in the last video, they should, you know, just fish for corn and peas, like Wibbly did in Marty Mouse House video. So, well, let's make a save here. That way we can reload if we don't get really good tarot cards. That's why there's a little screen cut there, because I had a few returns to this area where I got bad cards that lowered my reputation. We don't want to have any more bad reputation. We want to get to at least 50 to get the next special character in the next area we're going to go to. So let's head up this way here and let's liberate some cities. We saw what the people in this city said a long time ago, but let's see what they say after we've liberated the area. So, Justice card. Have you met the witch Mango? She lives in the town of Bipola on an island to the east. Well, we went to that city, but Mango was hiding from all the fighting. But now that the fighting, at least the fighting between the Empire and the Rebellion is over, she will make her presence known. Now, whether the merfolk and the humans have you know, stopped fighting, well, we don't know yet, but hopefully they will. Can talk some sense into both sides, especially the humans. They seem to be the instigators, hunting the merfolk and polluting the oceans. So, I hope that both humans and mer people can get along now. Us too. So, but hopefully we will restore the rightful heir, which apparently is Prince Tristan, to the throne, and he can rectify the mistakes of his father, King Gran, who, as we heard from Porkyus before we fought her, really didn't do anything for the merfolk. Well, maybe his son will now have a chance to do better, but we have to find his son. We got a little bit of info on him that he went with a few of his friends to fight the Empire. That was back in Island Avalon, and I have to go find him, so. But he wasn't in Diaspola, and he wasn't here. Gotta keep looking. That's a bad card, but at least it only lowers alignment. Orpheus has an 100 alignment right now. Well, he did. But, so that -2 won't hurt him that much, so. And getting rid of the Hangman card won't hurt either, so. I hope that both humans and mer people can get along now. Don't we all? Let's head over to this city here. This is where the witch Mango is. And she will appear now that we've, like I said, finished the scenario. So, and she will give us, you know, a little bit of hints and some more backstory, stuff like that. So, let's see what C has to say. I am the great and beautiful Mango. Do you want something? Nah. Oh darn, I thought I was going to get a chance to talk to you cuties. Well, Orpheus is a cutie. I'm the great and beautiful Mango. Did you want something? Yes. What do you want to hear about? Let's be silly and ask her about her taste in rats. Why, sweet young things like yourself, honey. No, let's be more serious. Let's see. Can talk about the Sky Islands and the Ogre Battle. So we'll talk about the Sky Islands first. You probably won't believe it, but their islands just float in the sky. It's not just a legend. I went there once with my sisters. They were set in the sky by the gods long before even the Ogre Battle. They float through a power that I can't even dream of having. The power of the gods themselves. Somewhere among those islands live the 3 High Knights. To get there, you'll have to find the Chaos Gates. But I don't know where they are now. I do, and Orpheus will show them in future episodes. But let's learn about the Ogre Battle. This is apparently where the final battle in the Ogre Battle was held. So let's learn about it. What can you tell us, Mango, about it? Long ago, humans and monsters were battling for ownership of the Earth. They fought for thousands of years. The humans sided with the gods, and the monsters with the demons. The humans were greatly outnumbered. Just as the humans were forced to retreat all the way to these islands, the 3 High Knights appeared. They led 12 wizards, and in a final great battle, they managed to defeat the monsters. The 3 island knights returned to the Skylines and left the sword Brunhild behind. That's how the humans gained ownership of the Earth. And we will get the sword Brunhild from a hidden temple in the northwest. To get the sword Brunhild, all you need is about a 3rd reputation, so 33%. So, and we definitely got that. We have a long way to cover here, so we'll probably have to do this in 2 days. We'll just retreat back so we're not wasting any money. When you first go into a map like this to re-explore, talk with the cities, you're not charged anything, so Orpheus and the Griffin here ain't. I wonder if we humans aren't the true ogres. We should be ashamed of some of the things we do. Orpheus and his Griffin here ain't charging the army any money for their initial deployment. This ocean is said to be the location of the final battle in the Ogre Battle legend. If you want to hear about the Ogre Battle, you should meet the Witch Mango. Well, we have. She told us about the Ogre Battle and the Sky Islands and the 3 High Knights, and we'll learn more about them later. So, just getting a little teaser right here now. There's no way that the humans and merpeople can live in peace. No way. Not with that attitude. But anything is possible with good leadership and understanding, and people are willing to compromise and look at their similarities rather than differences. The rebels still haven't earned the respect of the people. If you continue on like this, you're no better than the Empire. That's because we have a low reputation right now. If we come back here later with a higher reputation, we'll get a different we will get different dialogue from there, and we will do that later. So, but now let's go back and get the rest of these cities and hidden temples liberated, and talk with the other cities that we already have liberated. So, we'll start off in the upper left here. Go to that temple where we can get the sword Brunhild. The sword Brunhild is necessary for us to reach the Sky Islands. So, well, at least it's required to reach 3 of the Sky Islands. One is automatically reached. You don't need to find a Chaos Gate to reach it. But hey, we got another octopus. Let's make friends with him. Even though we don't need any more octopuses in our army. So, octopi in this area are level 9. So, he's probably a little under-leveled compared to our other octopuses. So, let's just get rid of him now. We'll put him back into the ocean. Ogiogus. That's a weird name, but I guess, I don't know. I guess octopuses name themselves weird names. I don't know. Maybe that's something, you know, in the octopus language. The octopus tongue. Maybe it means something nice, like very nice friendly octopus. Who knows? But I know that we just liberated this Roshian temple, and we will get the sword Brunhild. And we get a hangman card, which we just threw out a little earlier. Boo. So we don't even want to keep that card. You are truly walking with the gods. Let me give you this sword. This is the white sword Brunhild. With this you can find the Chaos Gates and visit the Sky Islands. The Chaos Gates are going to be similar to hidden cities, hidden temples, and hidden treasure, where if you fly over where they're at, and you have the sword Brunhild in your inventory, you don't necessarily have to have it equipped in the unit that flies by the Chaos Gate. The Chaos Gate will appear, and that'll make one of the Sky Islands appear in the on the overworld map. So there's also another non-Sky Island area where you need the Brunhild sword to find a Chaos Gate to get to a special area. So and here's a good card, lovers. You see our reputation just went up there a little bit, 2 points. Again, it's closer to that 50. But Lovers is a good card that makes anyone it hits, it could turn them to your side. Many people have different opinions. What's black to one is white to another. Don't just believe everything everyone says. Be sure to think for yourself. If you don't, there's no way you can know the difference between good and evil. So, alright, well, let's continue visiting these cities. And then afterwards, we will reorganize our army and head to a new location. How can you usually find hidden cities? Well, the best way is to send a unit to any place that looks suspicious. That's the same thing you told us before we liberated, when we first liberated you. So, this place kind of looks like a little bit like Europe. Like, this island here is kind of like, England. I hope that both humans and merfolk can get along now. And we got over here, would be like, I guess, like, the Norwegian area. There's no way that humans and merfolk can live in peace. No way! And we got kind of the body of Europe down here. So, probably took a little bit of inspiration. Hope that both humans and merfolk can get along now. Well, hopefully there's more people that think like you and not like that other city that were like, oh, there's no way humans and merfolk can get along, so. Alright, let's save our game, and we'll reorganize our army, and we have 3 areas to go. We ain't gonna go to the Caleb Peninsula on the bottom, because we need a special character to get special dialogue there. We could go to the north area up there, the Valley of Castro. There's a special character there, but we need to have a higher reputation to get that special character. The special character we get here is much easier to get. All we need is a reputation of 50. So we're going to come here to get that special character, because we can use this area to build up our reputation, because for the special character that we get in the Valley of Castro, we need a reputation of 55 plus. So, 15-point difference, that's pretty big, so we have another chance to get it here, so. And this is, this area here is the, the Balmorian Ruins. So, a lot of stuff to learn in this area, but first, let's deploy our units. There actually is going to be some hidden treasure in this area, unlike the Castellation Sea. There actually was no hidden treasure, probably because there were so many hidden cities and towns. There was, I guess they didn't want you to have too much stuff to look for. So, alright, we got some buried treasure. What do we got? Hopefully some weapons. A black sword. And obviously that's a black elemental weapon. I'll have to see if it's, yep, black sword, so, black katana. Plus 3 strength, so, not very good, so, probably just end up selling it, but, well, plus 3 is better than nothing, so. Go. Give the better weapon to the Beastman here, because the demon in the back row there is going to use not strength but intelligence to attack with its nightmare spell. So Beastman Diaz there has a whip, so he's more focused on strength. He can benefit better from the strength weapon. So another lover's card. It's always good to get good reputation, and it's a good card too. So I mentioned it a little bit a while ago, but it targets all the enemies in a unit, and anyone it hits, they basically turn to your side, and they attack their allies. The teaching of Sardone are essentially this. People are to be respected regardless of position or class. This should always be remembered. All people also have a responsibility to put into action their abilities and talents. We of Denuve will always follow these teachings regardless of the Empire. Sardone sounds like a wise philosopher. We'll learn more about him as we go through this map. This map can be kind of complicated. The enemies will be coming down kind of by the river there, and also through these mountains over here. A lot of land units will be coming around the mountain there. Other units will be coming down through the river, and then to the far, we also have some units that will come down straight south from the enemy's base. That's why I have that one unit far over there to the left. So Diaz's unit. Sadly, there's we're gonna have to spread our army really thin in this area, and there's not a lot of temples where we're gonna be and cities where we're gonna be initially fighting to retreat through. So I use that little strength card there to just give me a little bit of an edge in this battle here. So use the nightmare there to focus on the leader a little bit. We don't want because we don't have a lot of places to retreat to. We don't want them to retreat either. So if we concentrate all our fire on the Griffins in the front, that unit may retreat and go back to an area we can't reach, or we don't have the resources to send a unit after. So we get to see our Pumpkinhead in action here, and our Princess. And lycanthropes, we should have a lot of attacks with this group. The Princess gives everybody in the group an extra attack. So our Ninja will have 4 front row attacks, our Pumpkinhead will have 2 attacks, the Werewolf in the front row in the middle there, the black and gray one, will have 4 smash attacks, and our Were-Tiger there that just hit will have 3. And they're all kind of under-leveled, so should gain some good levels with this group. So yeah, we'll put our weakened ninja in the back row there. Yeah, we don't really have much places to retreat through, so we could retreat, like I said, back here, and we will liberate that town. But see how we leave that big, wide-open gap there that enemies can sneak through. So you need to be careful in this map. I'm gonna send Orpheus to liberate this city up here, and then that way we can start having that princess unit heal up. Hopefully have our water unit there pick up the slack, fill in that gap that we have in our lines. So, man, these units finished moving. Move over there, merfolk. You know, there's quite a bit of water in here, so you can still use your your octopi and your merfolk units here. And we liberated this city. Pull our card and see what we get. Do we wish to pull a card? Absolutely. Magician. Increase our intelligence, which will increase the damage our tarot cards do, because it's based on Orpheus' intelligence. Even though Sardone was an apprentice of Rashidi, we consider him a hero. Unfortunately, he passed away before he could complete his goals, but his spirit lives with us. That's why there are so many statues of him around here. So we met one of Rashidi's apprentices. We were told he had 3. Capella back in the Pilgrim Forest was the first one, and now it looks like the Sardone is the second. So But apparently this one, he was good. He wasn't, I guess, swayed by his master's turn to darkness. Now we have some mermaids to deal with there. Oh, they're retreating. They're and there's see, that's right. Unfortunately, we had to retreat our characters over here, and we got another unit heading right over there. Hopefully, they turn over and try to attack our mermaid unit there. But we'll just have to get closer to them, and then they'll take the bait. No pun intended. Alright. We got a samurai unit here. What do we got? Some samurais and golems. And ooh, this might be a tough battle because those samurais in the back row can target. And they can target our Sylph there in the back. She has weak physical defense. She's basically a dodge tank. She has to rely on her dodging to save her. So. Our werewolf and were-tiger are strong. Look at that. They're cutting through that golem's defense. Ninja, not so much. You can see the definite hit point growth difference in the ninja and the lycanthropes. So, good thing our Sylph there wasn't targeted, or avoided the targets. She was targeted, which to be expected. She's the weakest one in the area, so enemy's probably gonna want to attack her, take care of her. But in terms of enemies in this area, we have 24 enemy units. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, of 9 different types. So you're gonna see a lot of variety in the enemies here, so including some ghosts, which are good. Well, not ghost skeletons, but undead just the same. Undead good for building those levels because we can take them out with one white magic spell. The princess has a white magic hit-all spell. Maybe we'll get to see that in action. So. And now we'll see our mermaid unit in action here. Against a dragoneer and some dragons. Appropriately leading those dragons. So. And that should give the dragons a little bit of a bonus. I touched on it a long time ago, but I think units have a number assigned to them, and then if enemies or other units in that leader's group are within 10, either up or down, they can get some bonus to their stats. So a Dragoneer has an 81, and the regular dragons have 76, so there's a slight variation in the dragon stats, the follower stats, because they're within that 10 range unit. So it makes the it'll make the dragons fight a little bit better. So, and we're gonna have to send Orpheus to do some fighting here. Normally don't like to do that, but unfortunately we're spread real thin. So, Orpheus and his pet Griffin there should be able to take care of this. There we go. The Griffin is equipped with the Brunhild sword, so it's getting plus 20 to its attack. So it's going to deal a lot of damage. So even though it only has 2 attacks, those attacks will hit pretty hard. So we weaken this unit pretty good. So let's hope that we can once again avoid the Ianaki attacks that the samurai use. They're going after the ninja because their tactics must be set to weak. The ninja had the lowest hit points, so they just went after him. And unfortunately, even though ninjas have really good agility growth, they're not as dodgy as the Sylph and the Fairy line are, because their main stat growth is agility. So where the ninjas have kind of a more balanced stat growth. You know, they have to have some intelligence because there's spells in the back row. They need to have some strength because they attack with shurikens from the front row. That's a strength attack. So, because they have to specialize in so many stats, they don't exceed in any one. So, jack of all trades, master of none, which could be good, but it could also be a hindrance. Because sometimes it's good to have that specialized, you know, high strength character throw in the front row, because strength also affects your physical defense as well. So, let's see if we can finish off this Dragoneer here. Dragons, no match for octopi. But sadly, we couldn't finish him off. We missed. Dough. But we liberated another temple. Not that this temple is all that important. I mean, it's important to liberate everything, but we didn't get a very good card. It's good for our reputation, but in terms of battle, not really all that useful. Have you heard of the sculptor Porkyus? Every statue he made is a masterpiece. However, the statue he made of Sardone is known as his greatest work. Unfortunately, Porkyus passed away in the war 25 years ago. However, his masterpieces live on. Well, we were told there's a lot of his statues of Sardone in this area. Sardone is apparently very highly regarded in this area. So, maybe we'll get to see some of his statues. We'll get to see Halloween here in action. Halloween is what you get when you give a pumpkin plus to one of your pumpkin heads. It doubles his attacks from both the front and the back row. So, and unfortunately, those Cerebus, they're the upgraded hound enemies that we have there in the front row. They keep charming and stunning our shaman. Thankfully, the charm they use doesn't charm our character and make her start healing the enemy. That would be really bad. The Cerebus there, they can do one of two things from the back row. They can either breathe fire, or they can use charm. It depends. It's random which one they kind of do, but they basically have two different attacks from the back row. So, charm can incapacitate an entire unit, where the flame breath will just, you know, hurt a unit. So, I'm guessing depending on who gets charmed or what your unit composition is, charm could actually be more deadly than the damage. Like, for instance, our unit there with the shaman, the charm was worse because it prevented her from doing any healing. That little damage that the fire would have done probably would have been just healed up by our shaman. So, and healing is very important in this area because, like I said, our lines are being spread very, very thin, and that means it's be easier for the Empire to sneak units through and potentially take out some of our characters. And, you know, like I said, we're going for a deathless playthrough here, so we can't have any of those characters. We can't lose any characters. We gotta rely totally on our, and we're not using any items, so we gotta totally rely on our forts and our cities and temples for healing, or shamans and tarot cards in battle. We don't have many tarot cards that heal. The only two that heal are the Empress. I know we have one of them, and the Priestess. Empress heals entirely all units to 100%, where the Priestess heals every character 50 hit points. So, Priestess is good at the beginning of the game when 50 hit points is basically a full heal, but toward the end here, or mid-game, late game, that's when you want more of the Empress cards. So, well, that'll do it for this episode. Come back in our next one where we continue our push into the Balmorian Ruins. Maybe we can find that statue of Sardone. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.